At this time, I would like to introduce what will be marked as Majority Exhibit 4. This is a Vanity Fair article entitled Inside Jeffrey Epstein's Bond with Les Wexner from 2021. The article reports on the origins of your relationship with Mr. Wexner.
One more. What?
I think it's the original.
I'll note a hearsay objection for the record.
I'm sorry.
I'll note a hearsay objection for the record.
Well, for the record here, federal rules of evidence do not apply to congressional depositions.
I'm noting my objection. I'm not instructing him not to answer. I'm noting that this is hearsay. That's all.
Okay.
So in the article, it says that you met Epstein sometime around 1986. Consistent with your testimony today, it says that you were introduced by Mr. Meister. Do you agree with the article's characterization?
I don't know. I remember seeing the article.
Do you agree with the article's characterization that you met Mr. Epstein through Mr. Meister?
Objection. What character? You said he didn't read it. What characterization are you referring to?
Go off the record. So you previously testified that Mr. Meister introduced you to Epstein. Is that right?
Meister.
Meister.
Bob and Wendy introduced me to Jeffrey Epstein.
And at that time, what was your relationship with Bob and Wendy Meister?
Well, I met Bob because he was a international insurance broker, and they had our insurance business, and Bob wanted me to meet his wife, and Bob and Wendy became friends.
Did you trust Mr. Meister with advice?
Well, I trust him with insurance advice because that's what he did. He was the vice chairman of an international insurance company, but I didn't trust him like for business advice or anything beyond the scope of what his profession was.
I want to direct your attention to page 9 of the article. And we're specifically looking at the paragraph, the 6th paragraph from the bottom. It starts in September 1997. And when you're ready, I'll read the relevant.
Just let him finish that part.
I just read that paragraph.
Okay. It reads, in September 1997, Wexner celebrated his 60th birthday with a dinner at his Ohio estate. Meister says he used the occasion to once again tell Wexner how untrustworthy Epstein was. My wife and I told him and Abigail hundreds of times to stay away from Epstein. Mr. Wexner, do you recall this occurring?
Objection. Double hearsay.
Are you directing your witness to not
No.
answer the question?
No. I will direct the witness not to answer if that's my intent. I'm just raising an objection for the record.
I first need to understand this. I never had a birthday party for myself. In fact, I never had birthday parties. My mom and dad just didn't do that. And Abigail's been great because every milestone birthday has been a surprise party. And I think, I don't remember for sure, but the 60th birthday party, if Senator Lieberman was there and Marshall Rose was there, Shimon Peres was there, John Glenn was there, Max Fisher was there. And I don't think Meister was there.
Let me ask you a different question.
So he never said this. He wasn't there and did never said this.
Let me ask you a different question, Mr. Wexner. Do you recall Mr. Meister and his wife repeatedly warning you to stay away from Epstein?
Never.
I want to now direct your attention to the 5th page. And we are looking at the 6th full paragraph.
The one that starts soon after?
Yes.
I assume it's okay for me to help him identify the right paragraph.
Yes.
Yeah, I just read it.
For the record, it reads, soon after introducing Wexner and Epstein, Meister started hearing disturbing stories about Epstein's sexual proclivities. Think of whatever the worst thing anyone could do is, and Epstein did them all, Meister said. Did Meister ever express concerns related to Mr. Epstein's sexual proclivities?
Never.
Objection, double hearsay. He answered.
Never.
The very next sentence continues, Mr. Epstein showed up unannounced at Meister's Park Avenue apartment with 5 models for Meister's sexual entertainment. Epstein thought he was bringing me a gift, according to Mr. Meister. Were you aware of this occurring?
Objection, double hearsay.
No.
Did Mr. Epstein ever present you with women for your sexual entertainment?
Absolutely not.
Mr. Wexner,
Are we done? Are we done with that exhibit?
we are. Mr. Wexner, at any time, did Jeffrey Epstein ever inform or represent to you that he was a part of any intelligence service of any nation, including the United States?
Absolutely not.
Did you ever learn that he was involved with any intelligence service?
Never. Never.
Let's move on to talking about Miss Maxwell. When did you first meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
Probably about the time that I got engaged to Abigail. So must have been about 1990.
And do you recall how you met Miss Maxwell?
Well, Jeffrey wanted me to meet the person he was going to marry, and I was engaged to Abigail. And period.
Do you have any recollection of where you met Miss Maxwell?
No.
And based on your testimony, is it fair to say that Mr. Epstein introduced you to Maxwell?
Absolutely, yeah, sure.
And you mentioned it previously, but what was your understanding of Miss Maxwell's relationship to Mr. Epstein?
I don't know. They dated, they were in love, they were going to get married.
Were they, would you characterize it as a monogamous relationship?
I thought so.
So during this period, you had no knowledge of Mr. Epstein ever having any relationship with any man or woman besides Miss Maxwell?
No, didn't.
How would you characterize your relationship with Miss Maxwell?
Like Wendy Meister was Bob's wife, and we were friendly and friends. I met Ghislaine Maxwell because she was Jeffrey's girlfriend, fiance. It never went beyond that. I knew she was smart. I think she was an honors graduate of Cambridge or something. So she was like, spoke with an English accent. So I thought he was really lucky because he finally met somebody that was really smart and nice.
And you said that Miss Maxwell was Epstein's fiance, so it was your understanding that they were engaged to be married?
I don't remember if they were engaged to be married or they were planning to get married, but I was engaged and they talked about they were going to get married. So I don't know if it was engagement or just they both agreed.
During your relationship with Miss Maxwell, how often did you see her?
Very few times.